Bro, what the hell is happening, man? So Khamzat is pulling out of the main event with Robert Whittaker at UFC Saudi Arabia. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is not a surprise for me at the latest, to be honest. At one point, Khamzat would take on everybody, but the truth is, this guy only competes in like, what, 1 to 2 years at the most? He's taking a page from Paulo Costa, you know? Because if you look back, you would notice that Khamzat has pulled out a total of 5 times. 2 times against Leon Edwards. And look, I get it, it was like COVID related, but still, man, it kind of adds up over time. And let's not forget the other time where he almost canceled a pay-per-view event for not making weight at UFC 279, and the UFC were forced to shuffle up the card to save it. The one after, Costa pulled out, so that one was kind of out of his control, and now there's a recent one with Khamzat versus Whittaker, and it looks like the reason this time is because Khamzat is sick. And keep in mind, this was a guy who came in with a ton of momentum at one point, saying that he was gonna quote-unquote kill everybody. And now we hardly ever see this dude be active, you know? This dude used to fight so often, but I can't be too hard on him. I believe COVID gave him some very bad side effects, and that's why I'm assuming that he's in the hospital because his immune system is just bad. But still, man, it just sucks, you know? And the replacement fighter will be Imavov. And from what I'm hearing, the 2 other fighters that were initially offered the spot was Kamaru Usman and Sean Strickland, but they both turned it down. And look, I don't blame them. Usman is currently on a 3-fight losing streak, and this would have been his second fight without a proper training camp. Realistically, he probably would have been obliterated by Robert Whittaker since he's a stylistic nightmare, so I understand why Usman declined it. Now, as for Sean Strickland, on the other hand, it doesn't really make sense for him right now. He's right next to a title opportunity against Dricus, that is if Izzy doesn't come back, but still, it looks like he wants to keep his spot, and this is a high risk, low reward type of fight, so it doesn't really make sense for Sean Strickland either to take this fight. We've also saw Costa tweeting saying that he would love a rematch. He also put his name in the hat, but nah, I'd rather see Ikram versus Whittaker, to be honest. It's a fresh new fight, and I just think it's just more of an exciting matchup. That's why I'm kind of glad it got announced, because Ikram is dangerous. And look, I know he's mostly known for getting knocked out from Khamzat, but do not let that fool you. He's a beast, bro. Ever since he came to the UFC, he's been having success. He has a total of 3 first-round finishes. The dude has a ton of momentum, and this is the perfect test for him right now. And this is potentially a fight. If Ikram wins, it can blow him all the way to the top of the weight class. And Ikram could totally win this fight. He trains with Khabib, and the dude has shown to have really good knockout power and really good boxing, so it would not surprise me at all if he's able to knock out Whittaker next Saturday. But I'm going to do more research on this fight, so this is just an early prediction. But as for right now, I'm going to go with Robert Whittaker to win by unanimous decision. I say this because Ikram has several weaknesses. He doesn't seem very athletic, he doesn't defend leg kicks, he has poor striking defense, and just lacks a lot of things, you know? However, he's a great wrestler, both offensively and defensively, with a strong submission game and power in his hands. While his fight with Rob is interesting, I don't think it's going to give him the win. Because originally I picked Khamzat to steamroll Whittaker because the amount of pressure that he brings, especially with that jab. He has a really good jab. I truly believe that since this is going to be a short notice for Ikram, he's going to be more hesitant and not going to pressure Whittaker as much. And I do believe Whittaker is going to take advantage of this and just pick this guy apart, man. Whittaker's wrestling defense is going to help a lot. His combinations are going to be crazy, you know, the ones that we all love. And just overall, I believe it's going to be too much. And I do believe it's a huge step up in competition, especially since Ikram didn't have a proper camp for this fight. Like I mentioned, it's a short notice fight. And I just think we're going to have a classic Robert Whittaker type of performance in this fight. With all that being said, I do believe it's a step down from the original main event we had. It's like we're getting the Wish version of this main event. But look, I'm still looking forward to it. But what do you guys think in the comments down below? And let me know if you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like always, I'll see you guys on my next one.